Hello, 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 and happy Tuesday, my good people. It's me, Tahili Sini from Get Inspired, and today's thought for Tuesday is about what I learned after being stung by a wasp. Yes, I know. Strange little topic there, but there's a great story behind it. At least I think so. That's my perception. So, where is this coming from? We're in the start of the year, and this year has had a little bit of it's a little we're still a little bit in turbulent times in terms of our mindsets. We are hoping for positives, and we never know what's going to happen from one day to the next, right? How does this tie into being stung by a wasp? Well, to be quite honest, my friends, um, I train almost every day, different varying degrees, and for different reasons. And running is the thing that I do most, mainly because it's natural. It's not easy. It's natural though. I feel like, especially when I do a long distance run, that I can think, I can meditate on the move, and I love that. And recently, I've been having problems running with ease, and that's so odd. Usually I run very freely, so when I get my workouts from my coach now, I feel this automatic resistance. I've grown so used to running alone and doing things alone, and I know it's building me mentally. But there are times when you just wish you had a supporting energy around you, people who were doing the same things with you at the same time, and I just was resisting. Anyway, so last Saturday I went out to run, and I had 12 miles. And from the start of the run, actually, even before I did that run, I just really didn't want to do it. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. But it was part of my training program, and I'm very, very committed to training. So I did what I had to do. 3 miles in, still resisting this thing, but eventually trying to make my peace with it, and it was starting to work. And all of a sudden, I felt this like really intense pain to the back of my head and to the nape of my neck. And I mean, it was excruciating. I had no idea what had happened. And then I realized afterward I must have been stung by some sort of wasp or a bug. Um, I couldn't breathe. So here's the thing. Now my focus has shifted from can I make it? Can I get through this run that I don't want to do mentally, to can I breathe to get back to my car, because I'm at least 3 miles away from my car. It's really early on Saturday morning, and there's not a soul in sight on this very deserted road that I'm running on. So now I'm concerned about, can I breathe? Because usually when I get sting by wasps, what would happen to me is that my ears would swell, lips, or my airways, everything. So I was concerned about the breathing pattern, and really if I could just move. And then I told myself, Tahili, stop. I didn't literally stop, but I stopped mentally, and I changed my focus to not if I could breathe, but how I could breathe, how I could slow down enough and breathe enough to get me back to my car, which was 3 miles away. And strangely enough, I didn't think it was something that was possible, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, but I knew that I had to keep moving. So I slowed down. My focus at this time was not how fast I was moving or if I could keep up with the training, was that I could continue moving until I got to my car. And I slowed my breathing down, I slowed my pace down, and slowly, bit by bit, I found my way back to the car. By the time I'd gotten back to the car, while I was still in a lot of discomfort, I realized that I could move on. And I went from not even thinking I could get through 1 mile of this 12-mile run to being stung by a wasp or some sort of bug 3 miles in, and then even in the midst of intense pain and discomfort, running 9 miles more. So what is the message? What did I learn from being stung by this wasp? It took me a whole day to get it. I thought about it. These things, I always believe that the universe has a message to send you. So what this did is it shifted. So the message I learned from this, it shifted my focus. I went from being unwilling to get through what I thought was something very arduous. I just didn't want to do it. I was resisting it at every bit. And then my focus shifted because now I went through this period of intense pain. And then my challenge was not, can I just get through this thing that I don't want to do, but how can I live through it and persevere? And the message I received from the universe, my friends, is that we all have lives that are worth living. Sometimes you feel like you're just rocking through life, which is what I felt with the run. I felt like I was just trying to get through it, right? And then in the midst of all that, you have the most painful experience of your life. And that painful experience gives you clarity, because what it does is it allows you to slow down, to catch your breath, and to figure out what's important. That's what I learned from being stung by a wasp on Saturday morning. And that's what I wanted to share with you. We all have turbulent times, and we've been having turbulent times up and down for the last year. And yeah, you're probably wondering why, what's the purpose, what's the point? That's how I felt on Saturday. What's the point? It's not like I'm training for anything. Why am I pushing myself so hard? And then this very painful experience, which looked like a negative, which turned out to be a huge positive, helped me to reshift my focus, to slow down, to breathe, and to figure out what was important. And then that run became so important because it was overcoming adversity at this point. And how? And you know what? I still have a bit of discomfort in the back of my head and the back of my neck, because of course I got stung by something, so I still have a little swelling here and to the base of my neck. But the bottom line is I learned a very valuable lesson, and I wanted to share that with you. And that's my thought for Tuesday, and that's my perception about today. So when you question about the value of your life and is it worth it, which we all do, I'm not saying that it's not a valid feeling, because it sure is. Remember, stop for a moment and remember your why. Remember why it's important. Remember why it's important, most important. Why it is important to keep moving. And even if you go through a really challenging time, don't stop, don't give up. Just continue moving, my friend. You are going to get through it. I can guarantee you that. That's my thought for Tuesday. I wish you a blessed evening. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Namaste. Love and blessings to you all.